Waking up at 6 a.m., doing your morning routine, getting to work in a hurried way, and after a day long work, coming back to home and thinking all about going to bed. This is how my daily routine is. And I'm sure most of us have a similar routine, which is busy, hectic, and there is no free time at all. We are all running on autopilot. And that is why we can't derive the most fulfillment from our lives. But if you want to change this and not live life on autopilot or regret about something at some point of time, we have a solution, and that is to live life with intention. Intentional living is something which we hear a lot nowadays. But what exactly is it? It is nothing but creating the time and space for things that matter most to you in your life. That is what intentional living is all about. Even scientific research has proven that people who live with intention or people who design their lives around their core values do not have any kind of anxiety or stress. Is it not something that we all want to have in our lives? So in this video, we are going to see how to live an intentional life and what exactly is intentional living. Intentional living starts with knowing yourself better, knowing yourself in and out, knowing what your core values are. Whether it's honesty, self-reliance, happiness, fitness, what is your core value? Knowing this is the starting point of living with intention. And self-awareness is the key to live a more intentional life. But how can you know what are your core values? If you want to know your core values, ask yourself these questions. What made me feel more fulfilled? What is the task, or what is the situation, or what is the circumstance, or which person made me more fulfilled in my life? What is the happiest moment in the last few days or the few months? What made me the most happiest? And when did I feel the most proud about myself? When you keep asking these questions again and again, you will know what your core values are. Those are the values around which you have to work your life in order for you to feel the more fulfilled and derive the most out of life. Now that we know our core values, we need to design our lives around these core values and start working towards these core values for us to feel more fulfilled and happy. And the next thing is to start taking action towards these values. And when you design your day, your schedule around these core values, you will derive the most enjoyment from your life and start evaluating what you're spending your time on, both personally and professionally, and try and create time for those things that you value the most, and you will feel the more fulfillment and enjoyment in your life. And also evaluate, rethink, and redesign your time and schedule to fit in those things that matter most to you, and you will feel more alive and more fulfilled in life. And the next is to design your relationships in line with your values. Building and creating productive, healthy relationships takes a lot of effort in both your personal and professional lives, and it also takes effort to maintain these relationships. Filter out the positive relationships that are adding something positive to your life or enriching your life in some way, and be almost always surrounded by people who enrich you in ways and who strengthen you as a person. And also make sure to filter out those negative influences that are already on your life. The negative person who is always negative or complaining about things, or the toxic person who sucks the energy out of you. Make sure to keep healthy boundaries in order to limit their presence in your life and to make your life more surrounded by positive and enriching and strengthening people. And the next thing is to help others. Now that we have identified our core values, we have designed our days, our routines in congruence with our values, and we have also made sure that our relationships are in line with our values, it is time to give back. It is time to give back to the society in ways that are in congruence with your values. Whether it is helping people in need or praying for people who are in need, that is what gives the most blessing and fulfillment to us. And that is when we help others, that is when we receive help in unimaginable ways. So make sure to help those around you while you strive to build yourself up and while you work towards living with intention. And also imagine your ideal self both at work and personally, and start working towards this after you have designed your life in congruence with the values you have identified. And finally, as I always say, enjoy the journey. Enjoy every moment of your life while you strive to build yourself up, while you strive to make yourself better and to live with intention. It might be difficult in the beginning to live with intention, not because living with intention is difficult, but we have gotten used to stay on autopilot and to let life happen to us rather than living it with intention. So it might require some effort from our side, but as you keep going at it, it will become easier and you'll be able to reap the benefits of living with intention. And remember, when you live with intention, you have more focus, more passion, and more attention to all your actions, and this will make your experiences and life more enriching. So I hope in this video you have found some insights about living with intention and how it can enrich your life. I'll see you in another interesting and helpful video. Until then, take care.